My two kids have had an allowance for a long time, but at ages 12 and 13, it's getting to the point where they're kind of outgrowing their method of managing money, keeping it in a jar. They're getting interested in managing their own money with real bank accounts. I'm going to tell you what I was looking for, which banks I found, and which one I think is definitely the winner. My must-have criteria were they had to have accounts for kids under age 18 with a debit card, no monthly fees, no minimum to open or maintain. I also wanted them to have mobile check deposit and free ATMs. Those were my non-negotiables, but I had a few things that I would like to have if I could find them. I'd also like them to allow accounts for kids under age 13 so that my 12-year-old could have one. Most bank accounts, even for teenagers, start at 13, so that's a little tricky to find. I'd also like access to depositing cash and to branches if we ever needed one. It would be nice if it earned a little interest. I'd also love it if, as an adult, the bank account converted to a bank account that my kids would like to use when they're in college and adults. Unfortunately, I didn't find any banks that fit all of my preferred criteria, but I did find 3 that met all of my must-haves. So first up, the Chase High School Checking. The major pros of it are you can easily deposit cash at branches or ATMs, and they have branches all over the country. But they had a number of cons. The first is that Chase requires that a parent has a Chase checking account in order to be able to open one of the high school checking accounts for their children. It also has no interest. And at age 19, it automatically converts into a Chase Total checking account. It has a fee of $12 a month unless you meet certain requirements. Or you can choose to convert it to a college checking account, which is free with proof of enrollment at college. Next up, the Wells Fargo Total Access account. It does have some pros in that you can also deposit cash at branches and ATMs, and they do have branches and ATMs in most of the country, but they are not in my area, so it wasn't really an option for us. You do have to go in person to open an account at Wells Fargo. Some other cons are they do offer no interest, and at age 24, the type of account stays the same, but it does start charging them $5 a month to maintain this account. Finally, the Capital One Money account. The pros are it can be opened fully online when the other 2 do require you to go to a branch in person, and they allow access for kids ages 8 and up, which is really good news for my 12-year-old. And it even earns interest. It currently has an interest rate of 0.1%. That may not sound very great, but it's actually higher than a lot of savings accounts, including Chase's. Chase's savings accounts are currently 0.01%. Why don't they just say 0? That's ridiculous. Anyway, they also do not require the adult to have a Capital One account to open a money account for their child, which is really nice. And at age 19, the account can convert into a Capital One 360 account, or they can choose to keep it as a money account and all the spending limitations are removed. Either way, it turns into a really nice adult account when it's time. The only con for the Capital One Money account is that there is no way to deposit cash unless you have a Capital One branch or ATM near you. And those branches and ATMs are only in a few cities. So there aren't any near me, and chances are there aren't any near you either. For us, the winner was definitely the Capital One Money account. We decided it wouldn't be a big deal to deposit cash into my account and transfer it into theirs if we needed to. I opened a Capital One Money account for both of my kids. I did have a little bit of trouble getting the online access set up for the kids, but I called their customer service and they took care of it really quickly. So they definitely get bonus points for good customer service. In addition to the Capital One Money account, my 13-year-old also has a STEP account, which we reviewed in a separate video. She's actually going to keep both of them because the advantage of the STEP app is that she can use it to build credit as a teenager. So next, check out my full review of the STEP app that I did together with my teenager. I'm going to leave the link right here for you.